Markandaya Taylor, who wrote under the pen name of Kamala Markandaya, was born in a small town of Mysore in southern India in 1924 to a Hindu Brahmin family, which is the highest caste system in the Hindu religion. In 1940, she went to study history at the University of Madras. While attending Madras, she also worked as a journalist and published short stories in Indian newspapers. In 1948, Markandaya moved to England, where she married Burton Taylor, an Englishman, and made England her new home. However, she visited India frequently. The wonderful marriage produced one daughter, Kim, who is still alive today. Her husband died in 1986 due to kidney failure, and Kamala died on May 16, 2004, at her home outside of London, England, leaving her daughter, the last surviving member of her family, to fend for herself. Kamala first gained success with her first published novel, Nectar in the Sea. It was published in 1954. The novel quickly became popular, and it was a notable book by the American Library Association in 1955. Nectar in the Sea was a reflection of the economic state Kamala lived in India while she was a little girl. In Nectar in the Sea, Ruku, who is the protagonist, lives in a small poor village similar to the one Kamala was born in. Ruku wanted more for her children, just like Kamala's mother wanted for her, and wanted them to leave so they could have a better life outside the small village. And I quote, "I wish my children would stay, but I know nothing here is promising." Ruku's children eventually left to an unknown country, searching for a better life, similar to what Kamala did. Kamala set the stage for many of her novels, relating to the childhood she had and the dream everybody who lived in South India had as well. The novel, Two Virgins, is her second best-known work. Both novels are studied widely in American schools and universities. She also has 8 other published books. Kamala's novels include a wide range of Indian topics ranging from poverty-stricken peasants in Nectar in the Sea to the oppressing of women in Two Virgins. The Two Virgins, Sajora, who is the protagonist, has a far prettier sister named Lalitha. Lalitha wanted the easy way out instead of working for it. Kamala also had a sister who wanted the easy way out and did so by following a stranger to a movie set in the city and ended up pregnant and back home. Just like Sajora's sister, what separates Kamala from the rest of the Indian writers, you may be asking yourself? Almost likely not. But what separates her is the fact that she is a well-known and critically acclaimed female Indian writer. She inspired many people in the world to begin writing through her powerful novels such as The Norman. An Indian-Canadian poet, Uma, who has studied Markandaya's work and also interviewed her, said, "She's a pioneer member of Indian disposal, and her best novel, The Norman, 1972, foreshadows many despondent issues with which we are preoccupied today." Moving to England was a big change to Kamala, but also brought great fortune to her, finding her husband and publishing several other books while in England. She moved somewhere very different from where she began, which was a small town in southern India. That is where she experienced many tragedies, such as the misfortune her sister encountered and the poverty she was born into, that would eventually spill into her pages of her novels. Being born a woman in India exposed her to the social norm that women were inferior to men, which led her to have a woman as a lead character in many of her novels. This shed light to the unfair treatment of women in India, spreading the unknown ideology of feminism to India. Without Kamala to introduce Indian culture to English writing, who knows how long it would have taken for another person to be the first. But what is the most inspiring is that she achieved all this before the age of 45.